Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing the video one day early due to this being Halloween. And for that reason, because I figured it would be a great idea to give ideas on how to incorporate Halloween themes into a crime fiction story. Hence my mask. I'm looking really cool. Tell me which you like better, mask or no mask, for my future videos anyway. Because after all, Halloween is the perfect time for murder. On the page anyway. It's a time of year that is spooky and scary, and when someone like me actually appears normal for the one day of the year anyway. Without further ado then, let's get down to the video. Number 1. The Killer in Costume. A murder occurs in a crowded Halloween parade or party. The unsub uses a costume to blend in with the crowd. Perhaps they dressed as a clown, ghost, or skeleton, or maybe a famous serial killer, fictional in your story world, or maybe an actual real-life serial killer. This will create obvious problems for the detective, who must now try to identify a suspect from all the costumes. And that could lengthen your story too. Number 2. Murder by tradition. This could happen during a small town's famous Halloween celebration. Perhaps it's during an historical reenactment of something long ago. Only this time, one of the participants ends up dead for real. So, was it an accident, or was it intentional, described as part of the show? Number 3. The haunted house crime scene. What is Halloween without a haunted house attraction? This time, a body is left there, either dumped or the crime took place in the haunted house attraction. The problem? The body goes unnoticed for hours because everyone assumed it was a prop. The crime scene was contaminated by all the people going through the haunted house. This is now a nightmare for the investigation because it will be next to impossible for them to distinguish the passers-by from the criminal. But you have an expert cop, hopefully, who eventually cracks the case. Number 4. A serial killer who hunts on Halloween. Each year on this date, there's a murder with the same MO and signature. Maybe right around the exact time. Same time, well, obviously since Halloween. And maybe the criminal sees this as a perfect opportunity to do the deed. The one night when the dead walk. And he sees this as a justification for his acts, or that's what he says in notes to the police. Because you could have your criminal prepare all year for who his target is going to be. And maybe in the weeks leading up to it, he taunts the cops with messages that they still haven't caught him. And the cops must race to stop the killer from taking another innocent victim. Number 5. The Pumpkin Patch Burial. Right before a town's festival, bodies are discovered in a pumpkin patch. Or maybe those humongous pumpkins that are sometimes at those festivals, those contests for who grow the biggest pumpkin, and have someone buried inside one somehow. The criminal is someone in town, but everyone is wearing a mask. Figuratively and literally. Number 6. A Blair Witch Project type thing with found footage or a Halloween vlog twist. A group of teenagers on Halloween films their night for social media. They go to the city's haunted sites, do lots of daredevil stunts, and maybe even try and scare some children or other people. Maybe they do some pranks like egging someone's house. Don't do that at home, because that's a bad thing, or other people's homes either, because that's a bad thing. But anyway, one of them winds up dead, and the only evidence is stuff on camera that he recorded with his phone. The footage is refilled with creepy imagery and someone hiding in the shadows on camera. Number 7. The Supernatural Alibi. This could be fun to play with, as you have a suspect who claims they were part of a seance, a ghost hunt, or some type of pagan ritual at the time of the murder. And they have believers who back them up on their claim, who also believe that something supernatural occurred. The detective must now siphon through all the practical evidence and some eerie coincidence that are near impossible to explain. Number 8. The Witch's Revenge. Long ago in this town you have set your story in, there was a witch who was burned at the stake. Or maybe there were several who died under brutal execution methods that were employed several hundred years ago. I won't get into them now because they're kind of gross when you think of them. But now, in the modern era, the descendants of those who killed the witch start dying one by one under some of those old, brutal, same execution methods that were done so many generations ago. Is this a modern descendant of the witches, visiting the sins of the forebears on them, or is it something older? Number 9. A cold case on Halloween night. One year, many years ago, a child disappears while trick-or-treating on Halloween night. And every year since then, the parents leave their front porch light on and keep it on, almost as a lighthouse signal, in hopes that the child will come home. Then, one night, on Halloween, so many years later, a clue is left on the parents' porch, and a bag of candy. Now the cold case has become hot again. Number 10. The Killer's Candy. A string of poisons tied to Halloween candy sparks a panic through a city. Parents are terrified, and rightly so, because no one wants their little ones to face that kind of danger, do they? Of course not, unless they're, you know what, bad parents, anyway. However, the truth of the crimes turns out to be far more personal than anyone could have initially imagined. The poisonings were targeted at specific people who had a shared secret. That could be very mysterious, couldn't it? So as you know, Halloween is the season of masks and spooky and creepy tales. Drop your favorite idea in the comments section below, and I will see you in 7 days, or possibly 8, as I will probably go back to posting on Saturday. I only did it today because Halloween fell on a Friday. Until then, have a great day and a great week. So long, everybody.